Okay, so what I want to do is talk about DLC 5. Yeah, I know we're just getting on to DLC 2. By the way, if you didn't know, if you're listening to this today, which is the 30th of March, tomorrow the 31st, DLC 2 is getting revealed. I mean, this video is getting uploaded today, so if you haven't seen that video already, then now you know. But let's talk about DLC 5. Now, honestly, I'm that person that does not believe in DLC 5, or at least I didn't until I thought about it. I can't talk right now, until I thought about it logically. We've never really had a DLC 5 in zombies, unless we go back to, I think it was Black Ops 1 when we had the World at War maps. I mean, the main thing you've got to think about is there really a point in bringing a DLC 5? Does it make sense? You've just got to list the options. So anyway, enough of that rambling. If you do enjoy the video, drop a like rating. If not, I love you guys anyway. I'm going to give you all a free comment, a free reply, because that makes you guys happy. When I was a small YouTuber, I received a reply off someone. I think they had like 60,000 subscribers. Honestly, my face lit up. It's a good feeling, right? So I'll try my best to do that to you guys. Here we go. So yeah, DLC 5. A lot of people say DLC 5 will be coming. We're going to be getting remade maps. One of those maps that will be remade is Moon. I'm sure by now everyone knows we've been getting so many hints to Moon in previous zombie maps, including the wave gun, which we know is the wonder weapon that we had in Moon. Some people said Moon will be returning in DLC 2, 3, or 4. As one of the main maps. In DLC 2, we know that we are going to Pompeii. In DLC 3 or 4, we know we are going to Stalingrad. I don't think we will be returning to Moon, and we've just seen the Moon get destroyed in Eyes of Draco, so I think that one is completely thrown out of the window, unless they remake it in a map pack called DLC 5, where they bring back remade maps. They would pick 4 or 5, usually it's around 4 of the best zombies maps we've had from previous Call of Duties. So for me, it would probably be Moon, Origins, Mob of the Dead, and Kino der Toten. I honestly loved Verrucht, just the scary feel of it was awesome, but for me, those were my favourite ones to play. But yeah, I'd bring back those 4 maps. Let me know in the comment section below if you could bring 4 maps from the old CODs back to zombies, which would they be? But let me tell you why I now think there will be a DLC 5, or why I think there is a very high chance. For one, we now have a 3-year cycle in Call of Duty. We have 3 developers, Treyarch, Sledgehammer Games, and Infinity Ward. We're going to have to wait a whole another 2.5 years before we get another Call of Duty game from Treyarch. That is a very long time. To go 2 years without a new zombies map is long. Before, it was just a year, but since the cycle has got longer, it now gives them more of a chance to make a DLC 5 remake for zombies maps and bring that back. Maybe a year after DLC 4, just to fill in the time between us having to wait for their next game. My next point is we are now on next-gen consoles. They have so much more power than the 360 and the PlayStation 3. They can hold so much. They have a lot more memory. It also means they can bring in more content, more maps. That's exactly what we've seen them doing to multiplayer. Before, they struggled to even bring in a new gun to multiplayer. Now they've just brought in 5 new weapons. They have so many more resources now since we have the Xbox One and the PS4, because they are a lot more powerful than our previous consoles. It means now they have that little bit more memory to bring in those remade maps. We also got a leak not too long ago where in the coding it said Zombies DLC 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, DLC 5 is in the coding, but some people are saying that DLC 1 is the Giant. The Giant is counted as DLC 1. So DLC 2 would be the Awakening DLC, then obviously the other 3 maps would go up to DLC 5. But if you actually take a look into the coding in other places, the Giant is just counted as DLC, not DLC 1. It's just called DLC, which does mean DLC 5 can't be one of our other 4 DLC maps. So again, have Treyarch done this by mistake? It is a bit early and random for them to put DLC 5 in there now. There's no chance they would be working on it now, maybe thinking about it for the future. There's really no need for them to add DLC 5 into the coding right now, but for whatever reason, it is in there. But because we have such a long time to wait, around September time when we get our last DLC, it is going to be 2 whole years until we get the next Call of Duty Zombies game from Treyarch. That is a very long time to wait. That easily leaves them enough time to remake zombies maps. Remember, they only have to remake them. We are now on different consoles, but there's really not too much to think about when remaking a map. Just imagine Kino der Toten remade. The graphics would be fantastic. Verrucht for me really was one of the scariest zombies maps, and just for that feeling and just the way it worked, the fact that you have 4 players and there are 2 teams separated on either side, and it's kind of like a race to the power. The first team that gets to the power, obviously you spend more points, but you get a little bit more of an advantage. You are the first one to the box. I don't know, I really just like that map. map, and it was quite creepy. But DLC 5 for me definitely does look like a real option that Treyarch can actually take this time. I know a lot of people said this about Black Ops 2, that we will be getting a DLC 5, but because back then we only had a 2-year cycle, Treyarch didn't really have too much time to remake Zombies maps, even though they did it with Black Ops 1. And honestly, there was no need to, because the maps from Black Ops 2 were pretty good. Well, okay, let's just exclude Transit. But Mob of the Dead Origins Buried was quite decent. Die Rise, not really too keen on it. But DLC 5 this time, compared to when Black Ops 2 was out, is definitely possible. Although maybe a year, almost a year after we get DLC 4, so we have a long time to go yet if we were to ever see this. But I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you could pick 4 DLC maps to return, let me know what they would be in the comment section below, and maybe why. Do you think they're scary? Were they just awesome to play? Origins, Mob of the Dead, Moon, and Kino de Totem really were my favourite. I don't know, it's just a little discussion I thought I'd bring up. Maybe it'd give you guys a little more insight as to how it's definitely more possible than it was when we got Black Ops 2 as well. So maybe it will convince you that we might just be getting a DLC 5, but not for quite a while just yet. Anyway, it was nice having a talk with you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have and you want to drop a like rating, that'd be awesome. If not, let me know why you haven't enjoyed the video in the comment section below so I can improve. But thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.